Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare Lincoln Wheat Penny coin that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Coin number 1. Today I have something truly exciting for you, something that carries history, beauty, and a touch of mystery. We're going to dive deep into the story of the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1941, a coin that has captured the hearts of collectors all over the world. This is not just any ordinary penny, it is a piece of America's past that can hold surprising value today. So stay tuned and don't miss a single detail, because what I'm about to share could inspire you to check your own collection right away. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny comes from an era just before America entered World War II, making it a coin stamped in a period of huge change in history. Imagine holding in your hand a penny that people once used during those days, a coin that passed through shops, through pockets, and through hands during one of the most defining times of the 20th century. That's what makes this penny so special. It is more than just copper, it is a living piece of history that still speaks to us today. When you look at the design, you'll see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, the great president who led the nation through its darkest times, and on the back, those two elegant wheat stalks that give the coin its famous name, the wheat penny. It is simple, it is classic, and it carries with it a charm that modern coins simply don't have anymore. Collectors adore this design because it connects them not only to the beauty of the coin, but also to the values and history of America. Now let's talk about why the 1941 wheat penny is so exciting for collectors. Even though millions were minted, finding them today in truly excellent condition is rare. Most of these pennies were heavily used in circulation, which means they got scratched, worn, and damaged over the years. But if you happen to come across one in pristine condition, especially one that has been well preserved, you're looking at a coin that could bring serious value to the table. And here's where it gets even more thrilling: errors. Yes, the 1941 wheat penny has known minting errors that can make your coin stand out from all the rest. There are pennies from that year that were struck off-center, or with double die errors, where the design appears doubled. Some even have variations in the mint marks like those from Denver or San Francisco that make them even more sought after. These are the treasures that collectors dream about, because they are not just coins, they are unique pieces that no one else can ever perfectly duplicate. If you find one of these, you might be holding something worth a fortune. For collectors watching this, my advice is to always examine your wheat pennies closely. Look carefully for errors, check the mint marks, and pay attention to the condition of the coin. The sharper the details, the brighter the luster, the more collectors will want it. Coins stored safely in protective holders or passed down through families without ever entering circulation often turn out to be the gems of a collection. Now let's get to the part you've all been waiting for: the value. A regular 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny in average condition might not bring too much, but if you have one in uncirculated condition or with those rare errors I mentioned, the price skyrockets. In some auctions across the United States, these coins have sold for thousands, and in certain cases collectors have paid as much as $10,000 for the finest examples. That's right, a single 1941 wheat penny, carefully preserved and rare in its features, can reach up to $10,000 in today's market. Imagine turning a small copper coin into such an incredible return. That's the thrill of coin collecting. So, coin lovers, always check your pennies, especially those old wheat designs hiding in boxes, jars, or old family collections. You never know when you might discover one of these treasures that carries both history and high value. This 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a coin that every collector should pay attention to. It has the charm, the rarity, the history, and the potential to surprise you with its worth. And that's what makes coin collecting such an amazing journey. It's not just about money, it's about the stories these coins tell and the excitement of finding something extraordinary. If you enjoyed this story and want more thrilling discoveries about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you never miss a single episode. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and maybe one day you'll uncover your very own treasure hiding in plain sight. Coin number 2. I bring you something truly fascinating, a coin that holds a special place in the history of American numismatics. We are talking about the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny, a coin that may look small but carries with it stories, rarity, and incredible value for collectors. Stay with me till the very end because I will reveal its market price, and trust me, you don't want to miss this thrilling discovery. The year 1937 was a time when America was recovering from the Great Depression, and coins from this era are windows into the resilience and strength of the nation. The Lincoln Wheat Penny minted in this year is more than just a piece of copper, it is a witness to history, to hard times, and to the people who carried it in their pockets as they worked and lived through one of the toughest decades in American history. Every single coin tells a story, and the 1937 penny is a chapter of America's journey. On the front of the coin you find the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the man who created one of the most iconic coin designs in United States history. On the back you see the simple yet elegant wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent, which is why we call it the wheat penny. This design stood for decades and became loved by generations of collectors, and even today people feel a deep connection with this coin because it represents strength, unity, and simplicity at the same time. But what makes the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny special and valuable is not just its age or design, it is the rarity and the condition. Millions were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, but after all these years, finding one in brilliant uncirculated condition with sharp details is no easy task. Most were used daily, passing through countless hands, and naturally they became worn. A coin collector's dream is to find a 1937 penny with its original shine, sharp strike, and no damage, because that is where the real value begins to shine through. Another thrilling part of the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny is the existence of mint errors. Collectors absolutely love these because they are unique, one of a kind, and instantly more valuable. Some pennies from this year show double die errors where the lettering or date looks doubled, others have off-center strikes or variations in the mint mark like a small or misplaced D from Denver. These mistakes made at the mint turn ordinary coins into treasures because every error makes the coin stand apart as unique in the world of collecting. For those who are passionate collectors or even beginners stepping into the hobby, here is my advice: never overlook the details. Examine your wheat pennies carefully with a magnifying glass, check the date, look for doubling on the letters, and pay close attention to the mint marks. Condition matters the most, so coins with little to no wear, full luster, and clear details are always in high demand. Storing coins properly in protective holders is also very important if you want to maintain their beauty and value over time. A coin that has been well preserved for decades becomes a centerpiece in any collection. Now let's talk about the part you've all been waiting for: the value of this 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny. While circulated examples are common and collected by many, the true gems are those in uncirculated or error form. At coin shows, in city markets, and at prestigious auctions across the United States, these coins have been sold for very impressive amounts. In fact, some of the finest examples of the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny have reached up to $5,000 in value. Yes, you heard that right, $5,000 for a single copper penny that someone may have once carried in their pocket without even realizing its future worth. Imagine the thrill of finding one of these in an old family collection, or spotting one tucked away in a jar of pennies forgotten for years. That's what makes coin collecting so exciting: the chance to discover hidden treasures that are not only historically significant but also highly valuable in today's market. So, coin enthusiasts, the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a true collector's delight. It has the history, it has the design, it has the potential for rare errors, and most importantly, it has the value that keeps it in high demand. If you ever come across one, take your time to examine it, protect it, and cherish it, because you might just be holding a small piece of copper that is worth thousands today. Thank you for joining me in this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed learning about the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another discovery. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and maybe one day you'll uncover a treasure of your own worth thousands of dollars. Coin number 3. I have something truly exciting for you, a coin that is part of American history and still captures the hearts of collectors everywhere. We are talking about the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny from the year 1947, a coin that may seem small but is filled with uniqueness, rarity, and hidden value. Stay with me right until the end because I will reveal how much this little piece of copper can be worth today and you will not want to miss it. The 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny comes from a very interesting time in history. Just after World War II, America was rebuilding, growing stronger, and coins from this era reflect the spirit of those times. When you hold a 1947 penny in your hand, you are holding a piece of the post-war period, a coin that circulated when the country was entering a new age of hope and prosperity. That is what makes this coin not only valuable to collectors but also deeply meaningful as a part of history. On the front of the coin, you will see the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a design by Victor David Brenner that has become one of the most iconic in American coinage. On the back, We have the two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent, a classic design that gives this coin its well-known name, the wheat penny. Simple, elegant, and timeless, this design remains a favorite for collectors around the world, but the real thrill for collectors comes from rarity and condition. The 1947 wheat penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and while millions were struck, the challenge today is finding them in absolutely pristine, uncirculated condition. Most of these coins were used daily for years, getting scratched, worn, and damaged. A bright shiny example with full details is not easy to come across, and that is exactly what makes them desirable and valuable. Even more exciting are the error coins from this year. Yes, mistakes at the mint turn some 1947 pennies into treasures. Double die errors where the date or letters appear doubled, off-center strikes, or mint mark variations make these coins stand out in the world of collecting. For example, a 1947 penny with a clear double die obverse can be far more valuable than a regular strike. Collectors love error coins because they are unique. They are one-of-a-kind pieces that no one else can ever perfectly match. That uniqueness is what makes them highly sought after in the coin market. For all the coin collectors watching this, here are some tips. Always check your pennies carefully under good light and even use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the date or letters, pay attention to the mint marks, and examine the details of the wheat stalks on the reverse. Condition matters the most, so coins that have been well preserved with original luster will always attract higher offers. Keep your coins safe in protective holders and never clean them, as original surfaces are what collectors pay the most for. Now let's get to the most thrilling part, the value of the 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny. While average circulated examples are still collected and loved, the real treasures are those found in mint state condition or with rare minting errors. At coin shows, city markets, and auctions across the United States, these coins have fetched impressive sums. In fact, a 1947 wheat penny in superb uncirculated condition or with an error has been known to sell for as much as $5,000 in the market. Yes, that's right, $5,000 for a single copper penny that once bought a piece of candy in the 1940s. Imagine discovering one of these gems in your collection or spotting one in an old jar of coins passed down through family. That is the beauty of coin collecting. You never know when a simple penny can turn out to be a treasure worth thousands. So, my friends, the 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny is not just a coin, it is a piece of American history, a symbol of post-war strength, and a collectible that continues to rise in demand. If you come across one, examine it carefully, treasure it, and you may just be holding a hidden fortune. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this amazing journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another story of coins that can change your perspective on collecting forever. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe your next find will be worth thousands of dollars. Coin number 4. I am bringing you something very exciting and full of surprises. We are going to dive deep into the story of the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny from the year 1953 with the D mint mark from Denver. This little copper coin is not just ordinary change, it is a collectible treasure that carries history, uniqueness, and in some cases, incredible value. So listen carefully and stay with me till the end because I am going to reveal exactly how much this coin can be worth today, and the number will truly amaze you. The year 1953 was a fascinating period in American history. It was the post-war era, the economy was booming, and people were moving forward with new hope and energy. The Lincoln Wheat Penny minted in Denver during this year reflects that time, a coin that passed through hands during a period of growth and prosperity. Every single 1953 D penny tells a story of that era, and for collectors, it represents a small piece of American life preserved in copper. On the front of the coin you will find the familiar and powerful portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has become one of the most iconic designs in American coinage history. On the reverse, those two elegant wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent remind us why this coin is lovingly called the wheat penny. Collectors all over the world adore this design because it is simple, strong, and full of character. Now let's talk about why the 1953 D Wheat Penny is so special for collectors. While millions of these were struck at the Denver Mint, most of them were used in everyday circulation for many years. That means they were scratched, worn, and lost their shine over time. Finding one today in truly pristine, uncirculated condition is much harder than you might think, and that is exactly why collectors are willing to pay high prices for coins that have been preserved beautifully. Even more thrilling are the error varieties of the 1953 D penny. Some coins from this year show double die errors where the date or letters look doubled, others have off-center strikes that make them stand out, and sometimes you find mint mark variations or repunched D marks which are especially sought after. These minting mistakes are loved by collectors because each one is unique and they make the coin far more valuable than a regular strike. For collectors and treasure hunters watching this, my advice is simple but very important. Always examine your wheat pennies closely under bright light and with a magnifying glass. Pay attention to the date, the mint mark, and the details of Lincoln's portrait as well as the wheat stalks on the reverse. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, and anything unusual that could turn your penny into a rare variety. And remember, condition is everything, so coins with their original shine and sharp details are the ones that attract the highest offers in the market. Now the most exciting part that everyone waits for, the value of the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny. In regular circulated condition these coins are collected by many, but the real treasures are those in uncirculated condition or with rare mint errors. At auctions and in coin shows across America, these pennies have sold for remarkable amounts. In fact, the finest examples of the 1953 wheat penny have reached as high as $7,000 in value. Yes, you heard that right, $7,000 for a single copper penny that once bought candy or gum in the 1950s. Imagine finding one of these in an old collection, a coin jar, or tucked away in a family album. That is the thrill of coin collecting, discovering a hidden gem that carries not just history but also real value today. So my friends, the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny is not just a coin, it is a treasure for collectors. It has history, it has charm, it has errors that make it unique, and it has value that continues to surprise people in the market. If you ever come across one, protect it, treasure it, and know that you might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another thrilling discovery. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe your next penny will be worth thousands of dollars. Coin number 5. We are diving into a coin that has thrilled collectors for decades, a piece that carries history, beauty, and rarity all at once. We are talking about the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1940 with the S mint mark from San Francisco. This is not just any coin, it is a collectible that has been climbing in demand and value, and today we will explore its uniqueness, its errors, and finally reveal exactly how much this coin can be worth. So don't miss even a single second of this, because what I am going to share could turn a penny in your collection into a true treasure. The year 1940 was an important time in history. The world was on the edge of war and America was preparing for changes that would shape the coming decade. The San Francisco Mint was busy producing coins for circulation, and among them was this small but powerful wheat penny. Every 1940s penny you see today has traveled through a world that was on the verge of transformation, which makes this coin more than copper. It makes it a historical witness that you can actually hold in your hand. On the front of this coin, you'll find the proud portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the image that has become one of the most loved coin designs in American history. On the reverse are the two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, a design so simple yet so classic that collectors all over the world still treasure it today. This is why the wheat penny remains one of the most collected coins in American history. Now let's get into what makes the 1940s penny so attractive to collectors. While the San Francisco Mint produced millions of these coins, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is not easy. Most of them circulated for years, picking up scratches and wear, losing their shine and sharp details. But the coins that survived in high-grade condition are the ones that truly make collectors excited because they can command very high prices in the market. Even more thrilling are the error coins from this year. Some 1940s pennies are known to have repunched mint marks where the S appears doubled or slightly misplaced. Others show double die errors on the obverse where the date or letters look doubled. Off-center strikes and weak strikes also exist, and these errors can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. These error varieties are always in demand because they are unique, and every error coin tells its own story of how it was created at the mint. For collectors watching this, let me give you some important tips. Always examine your wheat pennies carefully with a magnifying glass. Look for strong details in Lincoln's portrait, check the wheat stalks on the reverse for sharpness, and most importantly, study the mint mark. A repunched or doubled mint mark can make a huge difference in value. And remember, condition is everything, so if you find a coin that looks bright, clean, and sharp, protect it immediately in a safe holder because it could be worth much more than you imagine. Now comes the part that everyone has been waiting for, the value of the 1940s Lincoln Wheat Penny. While common circulated examples are still collected with love, the true treasures are those in uncirculated condition or with rare mint errors. At coin shows, city markets, and auctions across America, these coins have sold for very impressive amounts. Some of the finest 1940s wheat pennies in mint state condition with rare errors have reached as high as $8,000 in value. Yes, my friends, $8,000 for a single penny that once bought candy or gum in the 1940s. Imagine finding one of these gems in your collection, or tucked away in an old family jar of coins. That is the magic of coin collecting, where a small piece of copper can turn out to be a fortune just waiting to be discovered. So, my dear collectors, the 1940s Lincoln Wheat Penny is truly a special piece. It has history, it has rarity, it has the potential for valuable errors, and most importantly, it has strong demand among coin lovers everywhere. If you come across one, treasure it, protect it, and know that you may be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars. Thank you so much for joining me in this journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another discovery. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and maybe one day you will uncover a penny worth $8,000 in your very own collection.